Hi and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to try a specific routine that Nikkia Joy on her channel recommended for those of us with oily skin. Now I recently purchased her powder, Nikkia Joy Cosmetics I think is what it's called. So I recently received this and I did a face using this product, and I don't know if it was this or if it was the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, but my face did not break out like an oily grease pit. So I'm gonna try using just the powder today, but not this particular setting spray, and see how this holds up. Now, one of the things that she recommended during this video was to put powder on your face after you put on primer before foundation to help your oils not to break through. So I want to try that today. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the primer that usually works for me. It's the All Nighter Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer. So let's go ahead and put that on. And for this particular test, I thought I would use a foundation that usually makes me look like an oily grease pit, just so I could see how well it wears. And I'll do a wear test. Right now it's 12:30, and just see how it wears for the rest of the day. When I use the Nikkia Joy powder as well as the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, I use the Shiseido Synchro Skin foundation, and even after hours and hours of wearing it, I didn't feel like I was wearing makeup. So I don't know if it was the powder, the foundation, or the setting spray. So I'm gonna break it down and just use the powder today. So I'm gonna open this up and go ahead and put a little bit, I have a little bit already on the cap of the thing of the powder, and she said just to take a little bit and pounce it on your skin, not too much, because then that'll look not good. So let me put just a little light coating of powder over my face. Okay, so there's that. I'm a little nervous, not going to lie. So I am going to use a Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate. I have mine in the color 5.5 Bisque. Now this foundation looks pretty on me, but after a couple hours, all my oils break through. So I thought this would be a good foundation to test, and I'm just gonna use my Hourglass foundation brush and just kind of lightly stipple that in. Because I think this looks so pretty when I first put it on, but then it breaks, the oils break through. So that's the part that I don't like about it. I'm just putting a light little layer on. I'm gonna put this on with my brush, and then I'll stipple it with a blender, beauty blender. Just wanna make sure I get a nice even layer. Then I'm gonna bring it down my neck a little bit. Okay, so that's with one light layer on. Then let's go ahead and pounce that and stipple that in with the beauty blender so it looks a little more natural. And make sure there's no brush lines. Okay, and for this I'm gonna use my Oma Beauty concealers. I have mine in the colors Fair Lady T3 and Honey Honey T1. So the T1 goes all over my face. And this is, I think this Oma Beauty is going to be in the 21 Days of Beauty. And if so, I'm picking up another concealer because this has quickly become my favorite. Isn't that crazy? And I think I'm going through it really fast because I find myself reaching for this if I'm not doing a video with a particular concealer. And I'm using the T3 Fair Lady under my eyes. And you don't need a lot of it, and it's so lightweight, which is what I love. And then I'm just going to use my beauty blender and blend all that out. Now here in San Diego, it's like 75 degrees now. Today's the first day in weeks that I haven't had the air conditioner on, but my windows are open, but I hope no cars pass by because I can feel a cool wind in this house with the windows open. Okay, so that's what my face looks like. Let's go ahead and bring you in closer so we can take a look before we put the powder on. This is what my face looks like. Okay, so in her video, Nikkia Joy recommends using a beauty blender, and she has her own, and I didn't get that. But she recommends using a beauty blender to press the powder in, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. And I'm not really gonna bake, I'm just gonna kind of press this powder in using the beauty blender. And it kind of smells like vanilla cake, this powder does. Now I always break up around my nose, on my laugh lines, and right above my eyebrows. So make sure I get those areas really good to see how this is gonna work out on me. Okay, let's take a look. This is after I put the powder on. All right. So let me go finish putting on the rest of my face. I'll be back and we'll go from there. Okay, I'm back. My face is done. Let's bring you in closer so we can take a closer look. It is hotter than a mofo in here. I'm gonna have to turn the air conditioner back on. So this is what my face looks like. It looks pretty good, right? Okay, so right now it is 12:58, 12:59, almost 1 o'clock. So I will do a check-in and let you know how it wears today. All right, wish me luck. Okay, it's 3:58. So it's been 3 hours since I put on my makeup. So let's go ahead and take a closer look. The only thing I've reapplied is my lipstick, but let's take a look. On my forehead, it looks pretty good. It looks a little more oily on camera than it does in real life because of my lights. I feel like I am controlling my oil pretty good. Now my nose around here, it's starting to break up right, you know, around the folds of my nose right there. And the foundation is kind of starting to settle into my laugh lines, but otherwise I think it looks pretty good. It has, my nose is getting a little bit oily, but for 3 hours that's pretty good. So that's what this powder suggestion from Nikkia Joy looks like at 3 hours. I think that's pretty good. So I did not use a setting spray. I don't know if I mentioned that previously, but I'm just using this. So let's go ahead and do another check-in in 3 hours and let's see how it's holding up then. All right, see you then. Okay, it is 7:01, 7:02, so it's been 6 hours. Let's take a closer look. I think considering my face is doing okay. I do look more oily on camera because of the lights than I really am. But my nose is starting to show oil. Like right now I want to blot. My chin is starting to break up a little bit. There it's just starting to break up. Right here it's getting into my line. But I think overall it did okay for 6 hours. This foundation usually lasts me about 2 hours, so I think better with this than without it. I think the trick was the powder and the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. So, well, we know that this works, but I think it works better in conjunction with this. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this type of video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you later.